Now it's time to give me who you think is going to be the MVP this season. And we obviously spoke about this at the quarter point of the year. We thought Jokic was running away with it.
Yeah.
I guess your mind has changed a little bit.
My mind's changed a little bit. Tim's, I actually called you earlier in the week, didn't I? To see who you thought the MVP was going to be. My brother called me asking. In my head, Tim's, this is an absolute no-brainer. Most valuable player means the most valuable player. That is, without a doubt, Nikola Jokic, right? There is absolutely no doubt in my mind Nikola Jokic is the most valuable player. We've touched on this in previous episodes. The Nuggets, when Jokic is on the floor, have the best defensive rating in history, yeah? When he's off the floor, they have... Is it the worst, or is it like the second worst or something?
Yeah, it was the worst
It was
earlier.
the one. I think it might have improved to the second worst or so. When Jokic is off the floor, the Nuggets have the worst or the second worst offensive rating in history. If that does not make him the most valuable player, whilst being top three in points, rebounds, and assists at the moment, he's averaging a near-on 30-point triple-double this season. If that doesn't make you the most valuable player in the league, I don't know what does. But we know how this works. Voter fatigue. Obviously, Shai. I'm not throwing shade on Shai here, Tims. Shai is the second best player in the league, right? He's also the second most valuable player in the league. I'm not saying, oh, Jokic is miles better than Shai. Jokic is just, in my head, the definition of the MVP winner. Do you know what I mean? Going back to the MVP's roots. But, oh yeah, Tims, I know you're going to disagree with me here. Go on, you fire.
I'm going to say Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to win the MVP. I mean, the Thunder have that record, 33-6. He's playing out of this world efficient right now as well in the past month or two, specifically the past month. I just think that record, Barn, it does swing it. And like you say, voter fatigue does exist. Jokic has won it 3 out of the past 4 seasons. And do people really want him to win another, or do they want something different? And Shai is that fresh face, who's risen in the past few years again and again, taking his game to another level. I just feel like the record thing, Barn. And Nuggets have climbed the table lately as well, but the Thunder are just unbelievable. They're going to win 65 games this season easily.
Yeah.
And I think the MVP ultimately is going to come from the Cavs or the Thunder, because they're both going to win an absurd number of games this season. And Shai's going to be the pick of them. That's the way I see it going, to be honest. But I can't disagree too much with your take that Jokic is, by definition, the most valuable player in the NBA right now.
And Tim's, I don't disagree with yours at all either. No, if I had to stick my house on who was going to win the MVP, it would be on SGA. But yeah, by definition, Jokic should be. But if you're winning 65, 70 games, it's really hard to look past that. Now, Tims, if the Nuggets continue on their little winning run and maybe creep up into, I'm just looking at the top of the standings now, they could theoretically creep up into the top 3 spots in no time, to be honest. They're not that far behind the Grizzlies at all. They're 1 game behind the Grizzlies and only 2 or 3 behind the Rockets. Could happen. I think if maybe they get the second seed, then Jokic is in with more of a shout. Also, if he continues putting up crazy numbers.
Anyway, it's going to be an exciting race for the rest of the year, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is, Tims. I'm so intrigued to see how this plays out. Obviously, we're both absolutely praying injuries don't play a factor in this. We want it to be a 2-horse race till the very end, and may the best man win.